Nevada, to the gold rushes of '49, was a state of extreme horror. It was a hot-tailed piece of an unearthly blot on the surface of the universe, and where none, by choice, should ever tread. But as the calendar has rolled off the years, it has come to mean many things to many people. Today, thousands from all parts of the globe flock to this frontier state by plane, train, and car. And all find something, either soothing, startling, delightful, or beguiling within its gay but heated bounds. Daily and hourly, romantic elopers and divorce seekers, along with numerous others, continue to keep the steady line of mass migration flowing. This is the one state that attracts like a magnet. And whether they come by car, rail, or circle the city and drop in by plane, their eyes pop wide open with their first glimpse of Las Vegas. For here, truly, is the last brink of a bold and frontier freedom, uninhibited and unregenerate. A city whose head is wreathed in garlands of neon signs, and a city of storybook West. Infinitely gay and definitely alluring. Gambling is legalized, and its casinos are open to the tune of 24 hours a day. Here one may have his choice of gambling: roulette, that wheel of fortune; poker and faro for the hard shells; blackjack, keno, and chuck-a-luck are only a few of the many. Slot machines, those one-armed bandits, are a drawing card for many and usually played two-handed. With nightfall, one beholds a vast carpet of twinkling gaming lights, and it is then that Las Vegas blossoms to a scene of gaiety on a lavish scale. Gamblers and tourists alike are attracted as moths to a flame, and all are eager for the games. Stacked high are the chips, and at every table a melange of drugstore cowboys in butterfly boots, gigolos, bediamonded divorcees, sprinkled with desert rats and rattises in their rags. And for those who come out losers, there's always the pawn shops where one may pledge his property for a final fling, or that for doomsday. The most popular spot in Las Vegas, the courthouse. For it is here the tide come in and the untied go out. The total of 261 cases were granted in March of '52. Trials are run off on a belt-line system, allowing no time out between the cases. And the 3-minute speed with which they are granted leaves many a bystander not only panting, but dazed as they walk away free, with no further ado. And if the divorce happens to be an average case, the divorcee's next husband in line will have been waiting for her outside the courthouse, or maybe even have her new license already. For in Las Vegas, speed is the word, and anything can happen, and does, with monogamous, if not monotonous, regularity. It is also a happy hunting ground for those who seek new mates. And if one is in a hurry to wed, a county clerk will oblige you by piling out of his bed at any and all hours. And if Las Vegas be a place where good marriages go to die, it is also a place for those who lost to try again, and this one is game to try it. Famous indeed are the names of those who were wed in this chapel, a bride again, and living up to the true Las Vegas traditions. For Las Vegas has never been against remarriages from the very beginning. She took her stance, and a stance that has paid off well in dividends, and to what amount, nobody knows. During the month of March alone, over 14,000 marriages were performed, and with 90% of them non-residents. To the trailblazer, John Charles Fremont, Nevada was a great unknown land and one to be explored. And to that golden army who trekked their way across the continent, it was an accursed stretch of heat and alkali. To the Mormons, those daring pioneers, it was a short-lived outpost to Zion. No one then would even have believed that the desert inferno could become such a quick-change artist and blossom into the Shangri-La of sparkling water on arid sands, and the beauty of greenery that we see today. The whispering of her palms and her blue-silver pools themselves are a flavor that bestirs the enchanting. To the honeymooners who flock here in search of the unusual, it is a spot of hypnotic lure, a treasured ecstasy of golden hours, to be filed away in memory's chest and sought again when years grow dim. And to those glamorous stars who glitter on stage and screen, it is a favorite respite for hiding away, or one for gambling and fun. And it is a rendezvous, too, for the gay divorcee while taking her 6 weeks cure. To the many others who may wish to lose themselves or their problems for the moment, then Las Vegas is the place. They can do it, for here is the lure of the past in all her colorful trappings. And here is the festive today. In the vastness of her range country, and be it dude or that of cattle, the song of the thrush and the mockingbird, too, is still a ritual to be enjoyed. And the hospitality, which is the heritage of the Old West, still flourishes today as of yore. Its ranches still pulse with cowboys, as it does with a bucking bovine. Its men are still men, all bronzed and strong, but sweated lean from the riding of roundups and their years of hard work on the range. In contrast to the men, time has changed their women, for they no longer stick to calico nor sunbonnets as of yore. They ride broncs instead, and keep pace beside their men. Ah, but maybe there is a reason. Nevada is the one state in the entire Union where the divorcee is the honored guest and one who reigns supreme. And for her, there are parties at Dude ranches which are always in full swing. Ranchers and their families from far and near ride over. And if you happen to be one of the many who might have thought the Old West had died in her high-stepping prime, then witness this snappy contraption of horses and buggy. Or maybe I'm wrong, it could be a sorry. But nevertheless, its occupants are dressed in much the same fashion as their fathers before them, and they attend the same sort of pioneer hotcha. Here one may do and dress as he individually pleases, and for as long as he pleases, and minds his own individual business. Aside from one's individual freedom in Las Vegas, there is also a freedom from a state tax. And many a tax-weary millionaire with one foot in his grave will put his other in Las Vegas. And he'll have a high-heeled time storming the queens with a swing your partner and a do-si-do. For though Las Vegas be a last frontier, it is not an outpost of civilization. Nor has the old town ever been known to knot herself in sleep. Far from being a jumping-off place, she's rough and ready, and her aim is to please. Please them all. For the would-be divorcee whose desire is to shed an unwanted mate, her 0 hour for the filing of her papers is that of her arrival. Any way you look at it, there's plenty of freedom, even to sharing one's groom. Ah, but come on, girls, and put your little foot right out, for someone might want to make a change. And in Vegas, that wouldn't be hard to do. For parsons here keep their boots handy and respond like firemen to the calls of Cupid. So if this be the moment for that divorce, or to re-wed, then in nothing short of jig time you can have it. For even a talkative lawyer here still doesn't have time to waste on questions. And should your mate want to contest your case, the heat will melt his fighting feathers. So you see, he still can't win for losing. And when he does, this lovely blossom of feminine beauty could make any other look like a low-down weed. So just swing a partner, anybody's partner, with an Alamein left and an Alamein right, and you'll hold that pretty gal good and tight. What, no bride yet? The chances are she's seeing her attorney. Well, this is the last dance, folks. So everybody promenade and swing your partner for a pretty sachet. Not bad. Even for the masterminds of Hollywood who delve into the unrealities, no set like the fantastic mixture which is Las Vegas today could ever have been conceived. For it was one of those rare flashes of illumination that could come but once in a lifetime. It is a fabulous and tragic West, but one where the spirit of all that is past still lingers in its frontier saloons and gaming houses, to be combined with the gala today. And its olden traditions of polkas, sachets, and cowboys are not a thing of the past. Today the city still bustles with the whir of the lariat spin, but there was a period when such was interrupted. For Nevada was once a dreaded outpost for the followers of Brigham Young, and it was a crossroads for the tides of an empire that swept the West. In their feverish search for gold, those who were cowards never got started towards Nevada, and the weak were lost on the way. It was only the strong who survived to build and to hold this last frontier.